Hey there, welcome to We Gay. I'm Marth, and I am playing Alone with You. The first video I played with Jade, my friend and roommate. She is out of town right now, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep playing. She's gonna be gone for a minute, but maybe she'll come back for another video in the future, however long this game takes, and just gonna hop right in. Continue. I have this whole new setup. I bought a new desk, so like the camera's not really in the same place as it used to be. I'm switching things up. I'm just experimenting. Alright. Good morning, Cornholio. I received notice that the holosim chamber has been successfully accessed. How did it go? Really well, not great, it was okay. Let's say it was okay. I see. Well, I hope it was not too much to ask for. These personal meetings should help us sort out the escape ship more quickly. I've received information from Mrs. Laurier's construct this morning, after I returned to a full waking state. Whatever happened in there, it appears to have helped her problem solve a bit more effectively in regards to this escape ship. I'm already crunching numbers on her ideas. I think this plan of ours is going to really help us out. In any event, you can return to the core when you're ready. I've got some new mission options for you today. Look at my bed. Is that one of them? It's not the most comfortable bed, but it's all we have at the moment. At least with nobody around, you don't need to worry about its appearance. Right. Look at my bookshelf. I think I already did this, or Jade already did this, but I'm rehashing it anyways. The shelf is full of tittles. Oh, yeah. Right. No, I'm not gonna read that. Look at my terminal. Look at my desk. You've left an empty photo frame, a rag, and some non-functioning equipment there. What is this? My couch. It's simulated leather, specially treated to always be comfortable. That's interesting. I can't look at the plant. Exit to the crew's quarters. If something jumps out while I'm playing, I will definitely... Locked. Shit to myself. To the main hallway. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. Shit. Okay. So we go to the core. AI core. Maybe it's weird that the camera's this way. I don't know. We'll see. Interface with the AI core. Now that you've been to the comms relay and we have the holosim chamber working, I think it's time to branch out a bit. You have a few choices. First, we can try to recover plant material at the agrodomes. We need to start equipping the escape ship with material for the food processors. Don't know what you're talking about. Leslie I should know how to say this. Maybe. Leslie Bahardwaj ran the agrodomes. So if you head there today, you can meet her tonight in the holosim chamber. Next is what the colonists called the caves, our energy mining and processing center. The mine is available to visit. We could use more resources for fuel. Resource manager Jean Lemomba was responsible for energy production, so if you head there, you'll see him tonight in the holosim chamber. Next is, well, Colony B. Due to recent shifts, it's finally accessible again, although I am reluctant to send you there. It's likely in a terrible state, but it might still have parts we can salvage for the escape ship's thrusters. Unfortunately, we have no choice but to check. If you do visit there, you'll get to meet Director Pierre Tong in the holosim chamber. He might not like what we discover, though. Discovering more about each colonist is key to our survival. The more you can connect with their constructs, the more help they'll be to us. Okay. So we probably should have helped the colonists from the previous video, but when you're ready, you can head south to the shuttle bay to plot a course to one of the areas. I'm having a mucus. Head south. Head south. Head south. It's this way. Head south. Head south. It's modest mouths. Oh, modest mouths. Yeah, use the shuttle. Okay. Agrodomes. The caves. Did that one? Okay. Let's go... Ah, the caves. Let's go to the caves. Yes, yes. Doo-doo-doo. Don't mind me just driving in my little teal shuttle. Though the planet's landscape is hostile, its core is rich with minerals and a special kind of crystal that we can process into fuel. Hudson Cartier did decades of research to understand this crystal and how to exploit it for the energy needs of the colony. I'm not sure why your colleagues chose to call this facility the Caves, but it contains the administration offices and leads to the mining operation. After the Rift event, the Caves have been offline. What is the Rift event? I need you to investigate and find if there's anything left to process. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. I'm scared. Enter administration building. The administration building is where Mr. Lumumba and his staff worked. So far, it seems surprisingly intact. I haven't even... You got this... All your text in the way. I can't even see. How do I know? Before we do anything else, let's check out Mr. Lumumba's office. It should be the door to your right. Wait, let's check this out. Withered plants. The lobby was decorated with plants grown in the agrodomes. They should have looked beautiful in that grand space. That's the manager's office. What is this? Wait, where did he tell me to go? Sorting facility. I like the depth. I like that. That's nice. Is this one supposed to go first? Hold on, I have to adjust. I have this, like, thing that I like to put my feet on under the desk. Let's check out Mr. Lumumba's terminal. Maybe there will be some answers there. What is the crackling? We need access to this terminal, but it appears to need facial recognition to unlock it. The system isn't completely accurate. Maybe there's a way to get around it. A photograph? Or, row upon row of technical books regarding mining. The shelf is covered in mold and dirt. Mold with a U. I like that. And dirt from the damaged ceiling. Inspect monitor. This display doesn't appear to be on. Maybe there's a way to power it back up. I didn't even realize that was a monitor. I thought it was a window. Let's go back to the lobby. I just got a little bit nauseous. Operations Center. RE. This is the command center for the mining facility. All the actual mining was done by drones. It's much safer that way. What about the drone zone? Operations staff managed the drones in the mine from here. They tracked blasting, sorting, delivery, everything. There isn't much trace to the staff here. Of the staff here, though. That's odd. I don't have records of an evacuation. Inspect workstation. That terminal shows an account of all the drones that were deployed to the mine. Their statuses all read offline. Oh, take a photo! There's a low-power photo frame device. I'm drinking a smoothie, so there's like some nuts here in my throat. There's a low-power photo frame device on the counter. It's currently flashing a photo of Manager Lumumba, who's smiling. The frame gives it a convincing 3D effect. Swipe. What is this? Coffee? Comfortable lounge. That lounge area appears surprisingly opulent, even amongst all the dust and debris. Those synthetic leather chairs are not cheap. Modern-day mining operations seem much more comfortable compared to the mines of 100 years ago. Let's look at this one. It seems to be stuck in some kind of error loop. The warning keeps flashing on the screen, ventilation failure. That's not what it looks like to me. What about this one? Oh, it won't let me... Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So, let's go here. Use photo 3D. 3D photo. Blah, blah, blah. Resource Manager Lumumba's terminal contains all the usual reports and statistics on the mine's operation. There is, however, a voice conversation between Mr. Lumumba and Director Pierre Tong. I'll give you the details. Jean. Don't you see what's happening out there? Pierre. I see just fine. I'm handling it. Jean. Or Jean. Damn it, Pierre. Just admit we're screwed. The rift event has doomed us all. Pierre. It's not like that. AF4B/3B has every distress signal we've got firing back home. I thought it said flirting. Firing back home. We're going to be fine. Jean. Fine? Colony B is a smoking ruin. Everyone's blaming you, you know. Our genius leader completely out of his depth. Pierre. We're going to be fine. We're prepared for this. I'm prepared for this. Those idiots are just freaking out. Jean. Because you're not leading them. Because... Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. Pierre. Jean, what is it? Jean, I have to go. Someone is trapped down in the mines. I have to go. Pierre. Jean, you can't go down there. Don't be an idiot. The audio file cuts off there. That's all I can extract from the terminal. Oh, shit. What's this now? Hold on. Inspect monitor. That monitor shows a real-time overview of what's going on in the mines. The blue indicator is where you are right now. Oh, great. Those red areas, those are pink. Those are pink. Like this. Well, not the same tone. Those red areas, pink areas, though, those indicate humans who shouldn't be in the mines during operation. They could indicate survivors I couldn't account for. You need to get down there and verify if anyone is still alive. Saving. Okay, I just wanted to double check that. Let's get down. If something scares me, I'm gonna get scared. What a sight! That room has been completely demolished. You can head down to the mines or take a look at the equipment up there. Look at the equipment up there. Descend to crushing chamber. Well, can I do both? Let's look at the equipment. This is the sorting chamber. You can still see some of the special drones attached to the pillars up there. They maneuver around to sort the various crystals within the mining aggregate and package them up in safety containers. Oh, okay. Let's descend into madness. I'm reading very dirty air down there. It looks like part of the mine suffered a cave-in. It must be very stifling in there. What is this? Drone parts. There are chips and circuits from one of the excavation drones on the mine floor. They've been stripped of all their wiring. My stomach is kind of hurting. Oh, no. Woo! Okay. What is this? Oh, that's a refuge station. Not accessible. Inaccessible. What is this? A drone? The mining drone has been crushed by falling debris. It will never mine again. What's this? Oh, it's a data log from Jean. You seem to have scanned a portable data log. It must have got accidentally picked up with the mining aggregate. This apparently belonged to Jean Lamamba. It appears somewhat damaged, but I'm able to pull a fragment from the original audio. Here it is, as best as I can access it. This is wheezing sound, Jean Lamamba, resource manager. I tried to help out. They got stuck down here. The two of them. Pause. Viktorov and Fisher, sorry. As much as I hate to admit it, maybe Pierre was right. This place, wheezing, pause, might be where I die. That's where this log ends. It seems to be the first part of a series of recordings. Descend to aggregate chamber. That's where the excavation drones brought the blasted aggregate and loaded it in automated carts. The air is even fouler down there. Another drone. That drone looked like it failed when exposed to more dirt than it was designed for. It was definitely overworked. That's a collection of motor function parts from an excavation drone, or at least the basics. Many small parts have been removed. For what? Stepping in the puddle. That's a refuge station. What's this? Backpack? Mining cap. Looks like some safety caps were left down there when people left. I don't even know what that means. And what it... I'm so little! Look at me, I'm so little. Wow, I'm so little. Insane decay of mind. Okay. So let's, before we go further down, let's go into refuge station. Toilets. Oh shit. Take pocket knife. That scratched up antique looks to be a heavily modified consumer-grade pocket knife. It could probably be used to pry something open. You know, I believe it belonged to Mr. Lamamba. Perhaps you should mention it to him in the Holosim chamber this evening. I'm taking the pocket knife because I don't know if that thing or person or whatever is gonna, like, come back to life. Whoa, wow. Body of Carlotta Viktorov. Those remains of excavation supervisor Carlotta? I have someone on my block with that name. Carlotta Viktorov are surprisingly well preserved. She must have sealed herself in that refuge chamber. She's holding on to some crude notes, apparently scrawled on the backs of pages to an emergency manual. The notes read like some kind of last statement. Escape ship needed energy. Came to get my secret stash of processed stuff. Cave-ins forced me in here. Without ventilation, air is finite. Fisher tried to rat me out. Took care of it. Don't want to die in this tomb. But at least this whole nightmare will be over. That's all Supervisor Viktorov managed to write, it seems. Without a clear air supply, I'm afraid she wouldn't have lasted long down there. Is there anything else? Okay. I need some water. Descend to the blasting chamber. You're in one of the digging chambers, or at least one that didn't completely collapse. Your signal is weak. Please be careful. Gutted drone. It appears someone removed... Oh. It appears someone removed many of that drone's components. Judging by its condition, it was mercifully inoperable by that point. What is this? A data pad? Aha. Looks like you found a data log. It appears to be the second in a series. I've pulled what audio I can from it. I'll read it for you. Or I'll read it for you. I'm here, coughing. I guess I should do the sound. I'm here. In the mining caves. I have been for some time. Cave-ins have made return impossible. Viktorov. Her eyes, so afraid, so manic. That fear reminded me to keep going. I'm not giving up. You fool, Pierre. Maybe your pig-headedness is exactly what I need right now. Violent coughing. I'm not gonna actually do that on the microphone. That's all I can recover from this log. What is this? This drone has been heavily excavated for parts and pieces. It looks so helpless there, down in that awful place. Down in that awful place. Okay, so that... I'm scared. Okay. Oh, that's Maya Fisher. That is chemist. That is geochemist Maya Fisher. It looks like her suit was compromised. It's got several deep slashes throughout. She was likely exposed to the toxic air too long. Now, what about me? Should I be down here? The scan revealed an item in her pocket. A replicated ring in a small box. It looks like a simple wedding band. It's of no use to us, but I find it curious. Well, it seems excavation supervisor Viktorov and geochemist Fisher both met their ends down there. What a lonely place to die. Mr. Lumumba's audio file suggested he went down there as well, but apparently he isn't there. See if you can find out what happened to him. In a way, this is kind of reminding me of Tacoma, which I haven't yet finished. With Andy, we only played enough. Well, I was supposed to. I like slowly am editing part 3. Sort of. I had some audio issues. Wait, can I keep going? I'm trying to go to like that back hole right there. The back hole. I don't think. Yeah, I guess this is it. I can't walk over the bumpy things. So going back up. Yeah, it just kind of reminding me of Tacoma as far as like... Oh, now it's accessible. Being like the lone survivor or something of a space situation. Tighten that a little bit. Good work! Using the knife to pry open the doors was a smart solution. You can enter now. Is this voice annoying yet? Data log. That equipment contains a fragment of a data log. By the file number, it looks to be the third in a series. I'll read it. Quakes have stopped, and this coffin was held steady. No, not a coffin. I'm getting out of here. Pierre, you idiot. If you find this, if I don't make it out, I want you to know I'm not giving up. Violent coughing. I'm not gonna violently cough into the microphone. It's not pretty. Energy. Fuel. That's my specialty. And I've got an idea to help get somebody off this rock, at least. The rest of the log is just background noise, and then it ends. That seems to be the last part of this particular recording. Well, those data files suggest that Mr. Lumumba attempted to escape. I think he probably did. Looks like you've discovered as much as you're going to down there. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's any fuel left for us to process. And now we're left with the mystery of what happened to Mr. Lumumba. But I don't want you hanging around in those mines any longer. Well, let me see what this is. There's an empty emergency kit. It's been completely depleted of both rations and medical supplies. Watch this. These parts are from one of the colony's drones, specifically energy core casings. The cores themselves are missing. That is that. Exit. Look at blast marks. Wait, I didn't see that. Wait. Based on those marks, the debris around them, I guess someone used an explosive to remove the rubble that used to be there. With all the cave-ins caused by the seismic activity, it was likely a last resort to escape. Yeah. Huh. Alright. So I guess I'm going back now? I can't go in there. Okay. My back's itching. There was something entirely unwholesome about those caves. There was a moment when I felt my communication link was getting weak. I must admit, I was worried. I didn't want you to lose focus or panic while we're down there, so I didn't say anything. Great. In any case, you did great. Come back to base and I'll process what you found today, and you can relax. Yeah, I would have freaked out. Drink a little water. Alright. I really like the sound effects. And I still really like the colors. This is like my favorite colors. Blue, and like a teal and purple and pink. Those are like my favorite colors, 3 favorite colors. I'm glad to see you made it back unharmed. Please come to the core right away so we can process your findings. Okay. Run. Sync mission data with AI core. Back's itching. Okay, all the data you collected today is synced and ready to be worked on. You did well out there. Since you went to the caves, you'll be able to visit Mr. Lumumba in the Holosim chamber tonight. You can retire to your quarters when you're ready. I'll call for when the Holosim chamber is available. Why do I have to go back? Why do I have to go back to my room? Do in here? Oh, okay, so I rest for a while. It's time, Cornholio. The Holosim chamber is ready for you now. Just head in when you're ready. Have a good evening. To the crew's quarters. 13. Main hallway. Oh, wait, this way? Fuck. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Oh, I'm supposed to go down. Whoopsie. Yes. Holosim chamber. Am I skipping? Well, look at you. And the AI gave me a bit of info. The AI gave me a bit of info, but it's great to actually meet you. You made it back from the caves, I take it. How did it go? Great, I'm not sure. It was awful. I'll say I'm not sure. You're not? Well, you're still alive, aren't you? That's always a good sign that you're doing something right. You know, I've been thinking, the AI has us all working to get that escape ship upgraded and get you both off this damned planet. Ooh. And I just can't shake that feeling, like all of this could have been avoided. That you're going through this for no good reason. Sometimes, even now, I get preoccupied thinking about old arguments or wondering what we could have done differently. Do you ever do that? Excuse me? Do you ever think about what might have been? Of course. Not really? Why? Of course. It's so hard, isn't it? When you just know you could have prevented something, when you could have done more. Now, I know too well that the reason we're all in this situation, and I'm saying this as a hologram, for Pete's sake, is because of the Rift event. Despite all of Hudson's Cartier's studies, I'm making fun of myself for saying it that way, and then I still said it again, okay. Decades of research, all of our info, this planet just went and threw a wrench in everything. So many dead, senselessly so. We had this whole operation running like clockwork. Well, most of the time. But what we were doing was amazing. Of course, HS-247A isn't the first successful terraforming project, but we were supposed to be the largest and the first with boots on soil from the get-go. Before, we just have those orbital platforms slowly nuking a planet with greenhouse gases, and then other drones taking care of the rest. But it took decades more than this project was supposed to take. And as you know, Earth wasn't in a state to wait that long. I don't know, what do you think? Did we do the right thing? Coming out here, setting up this new project, risking everything? Absolutely. We had to, maybe not. I'm just kind of like hanging around the middle road right now. I'll say we had to. You're right, of course. We were the best for the job, and this colony was the best of the bunch. Even just to build the processing facilities we did in such a short time was a real feat of engineering. That was another of Pierre's designs, by the way. The director made sure we could process the crystals here from day one. And the drones built everything from the prefab parts we hauled from Earth. But those drones, down there in the caves, they were really put to work. We needed them running 24/7 just to keep up. Maybe that's what we missed. Maybe we miscalculated the drones, or just couldn't bring enough. Yeah, I need more water. I just realized this is recording in a square. I'll do that later. But listen to me, I could turn this over and over in my head forever, and we just met. So, Cornholio, let's focus on the present. You must have info you need, or else you wouldn't have come here. What else should we discuss? Your job, your life, show knife. Did they rhyme that on purpose? I'll say show knife. Well, that does jog the memory. I can tell you more about where that comes from. It was actually my brother who gave me that knife. Well, the first version of it. I think I've had it for over 20 years. When one of the tools broke, I'd find tutorials on how to fix or replace them. When I did so poorly and cut myself, I started taking it seriously. My brother said a tool like this was the best kind of friend. If you always kept it close, always looked after it, it would always be there for you. This sure does bring back some memories. Sometimes you think too much and miss the easy solutions. Seeing this again, maybe helping you with the ship isn't as complicated as I thought. It's about making things simpler. Making things simpler, not more convoluted. Occam's razor. I think I have some ideas. Thank you, Cornholio, for bringing this to me. It's given me some inspiration. What else is on your mind tonight? Your life. My life? You mean before this planet? I guess I have a few adventures to tell of. Why not? Before working with Hudson Cartier, I wasn't crazy about being in an office, you know? Even as a kid, I preferred being outside. There was a group of us, when I was younger, that used to host these challenges. They were like game shows just for us. Each of us was active, outdoorsy, adventurous, but with various talents. Someone would set that month's challenge, and the rest would agree to meet it. Do your homework. Like the one time Haley decided we'd have a hang gliding competition. None of us had done that before. We had 3 weeks to prepare. So we all joined classes or found someone to teach us or taught each other. And then we met on these bluffs outside the city. The goal was to glide the farthest and land safely. This is really scary. Hang gliding? Haley went first. That was the rule. Whoever issued the challenge had to go first, then we all went in turn. I'll be honest, I didn't prep as much as I should have. Things were different then. Too much time and too little responsibility. I was out having fun. So when I made a big show of it. Like I was going to convince everyone I was the most ready. But boy, I wasn't ready at all. Not by a long shot. Out of the 5 of us, I glided the third farthest. But I also did so right into an old barn settlement. Broke my leg in 12 places. I was like... Brain fart. That's all that was. After that, well, I learned to take things a bit more seriously and to prepare. What else is on your mind tonight? Your job. Well, the AI probably told you I was the resource manager, but sure, I can explain it a bit better. I was the person responsible for mapping out how best to use the resources available to any given project, natural resources mostly. Some of the bean counters at Hudson Cartier thought I was like them, just a guy putting numbers in columns, making it all add up. But I never saw my job that way. I've always been an explorer. I like to find things, I like to mess around with them too. So figuring out how to mine the crystals on this planet, turn them into fuel so we could be self-sufficient, that was a challenge, and a satisfying one. I had great staff though, wonderful people to work with. Even though I wasn't fond of having a desk job, they made it worthwhile. Then the Rift event affected everything. It put the whole project into chaos, and so many of those good people suffered. But you were down there, weren't you? What did you find? Nothing, bodies, data logs. Shit. I'm gonna say data logs. Did you now? Well, these look to be from me to Pierre. I don't sound very well. That doesn't give me confidence in what you'll find next time around. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't know what would have been better to say. Listen, Cornholio, I don't know how much power the AI still has, or how much this visit is using, but just to be sure, we should probably say goodbye for now. Do me a favor though, won't you? Put my mind at ease. Try to find out what happened. I don't want to fade away, thinking we doomed ourselves from the start. I will, if I can, don't fret. I'll say if I can. Just remember, keep your wits about you. Don't just go off half-cocked. Trust me on that. Wow, I'm thirsty. This way. Woo. I was talking so much just then. It's a lot of talking. And go to bed for the night. And that's gonna be part 2 of Alone with You. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I cannot share.